Hi, I'm Paul Davies from At Home Estate and Letting Agents, and in this video I'd like to look at the forthcoming income tax changes for landlords and why they're going to be a lot worse than people have actually realised. So now's a good time as a landlord to take stock of your property investment position and make an action plan to address some of these changes. I previously looked at these tax changes about a year and a half ago in a blog that I wrote, but just to recap, landlords are going to have their higher and additional tax rate relief on mortgage interest payments removed, phased over the next 4 years. This is going to make buy-to-let a lot less attractive and significantly reduce the income of landlords. A lot of basic rate taxpayer landlords may feel that these changes aren't going to affect them, but as with everything, the devil's in the detail, and a lot more are going to get caught in this than they realise. So if, for example, your gross rental income takes you above the 40% tax threshold, then you'll be taxed at 40% of that gross rental income above the tax threshold, whether your net profit even takes you anywhere close to the threshold. The best way to demonstrate this is via an example. An example here would be Mrs. Smith. She has a £40,000 income per year, and her rental properties generate an income of gross income of £10,000 per year, of which £8,000 are mortgage payments. So that's £2,000 net income, which taxed at 20% would be £400. However, going forward, after the phasing of the new tax regime, Mrs. Smith will have a taxable income of £50,000. Her £10,000 gross rental income will mean that roughly £3,000 is at 20%, and the remaining £7,000 is at 40%, thus creating a tax liability of £3,400 against a £2,000 income. As we can see, although her actual net income is below the 40% threshold, the mortgage interest is disregarded and she's taxed on the gross income. So Mrs. Smith will then have 20% relief on the £8,000 per year mortgage, which is £1,600, and thus have a total tax liability of £1,800 against a £2,000 income. So therefore, a £200 per year net income. Ouch. In fact, mortgage lenders have adapted to these tax changes by introducing much harsher stress tests on rental income and loan to values against rental property. So we're finding a lot of landlords, when they're coming to remortgage, are being refused. So this is a good time to take stock of your situation, review your portfolio, see if there's anywhere that you can cut costs to increase your profit, and maybe even consider that it would be worth seeing a financial advisor to see whether this is the right investment for you. It'd also be worth seeing the mortgage advisor just to see if they can reduce your interest rates to create more profit for you, and then also a tax planning specialist just to see if there's anything that you can do to ensure that you're not caught in the tax or end up paying more in taxes than you're receiving in rent. So this is a brief overview of the incoming taxes. There is a blog with a bit more detail on our website. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found the content informative and useful.